Zimbabwe is undergoing marriage reform, and this has sparked debate and controversy. Now, this is particularly due to the misinformation that has taken place. Now, to understand these reforms better, it is critical to take it back into time a bit. 1982 to be particular, when the Legal Age of Majority Act came into being. Now, what this act did was to give women a majority status. Prior to that, they were treated as perpetual minors who could not do anything without the consent of their guardians or their husbands. In other words, women were second-class citizens. Now, the Legal Age of Majority Act came and changed this position. The Supreme Court of Zimbabwe in 1984 confirmed the same. Now, this position is now fully entrenched in the 2013 Constitution Zimbabwe, and it is also obtaining in the Marriages Act, Chapter 511. Now, what the lawmakers are trying to do is to align the Customary Marriages Act to the Constitution of Zimbabwe. Now, remember that we have three types of marriages in Zimbabwe. Number one, a marriage in terms of the Marriages Act, Chapter 511. Number two, a marriage in terms of the Customary Marriages Act, Chapter 508. And thirdly, an unregistered customary law union. Now, the second one is the target, the customary marriage that is registered in terms of the Customary Marriages Act, Chapter 508. Now, for this type of marriage to be registered, the parties must satisfy the marriage officer that there's been payment of bride price, and that the sum is put before the marriage officer is as agreed, and that consent has been sought from the woman's guardian. Now, this is the position that the lawmakers are seeking to discard, so that the 1982 position, which is entrenched in the Constitution of Zimbabwe, is reflected in the Customary Marriages Act. They want to do away with the requirement to satisfy the marriage officer that lobola has been paid and that the consent of the woman's guardian has been sought. Now, people must know that there is no express abolition of lobola. In other words, lobola has not been expressly outlawed, which means that it is still a practice in terms of customary law, which we must recognize, which we must uphold as part and parcel of our norms, values, and culture. However, it cannot be denied that there is a loophole that is being created whereby you can register your customary marriage without payment of lobola, and probably the lawmakers need to revisit this position. That is if they don't intend for such an outcome.